Hello everyone. In this session, we want to talk about the Web Application Proxy, which is a role service under the remote access role of Windows Server 2012 or 2. Web Application Proxy serves as a barrier between the internet and your corporate applications at your workplace. In many organizations, when you deploy Web Application Proxy, you are able to publish applications through this Web Application Proxy. The applications that you publish will be available to external users on devices that are not joined to the domain. For example, your personal laptop, your tablet, or your smartphone. We refer to these devices as unmanaged devices because they're not joined to the domain. And because they're not joined to the domain, we look at them as being untrusted within the corporate network. To mitigate the security risk of allowing users access to corporate resources from these unmanaged and untrusted devices, Web Application Proxy uses Active Directory Federation services, which is used for authentication and authorization. When you deploy Web Application Proxy, you need to deploy it with Active Directory Federation services because that's how you will provide security for these untrusted laptops, smartphones, or other personal equipment that you're going to use to access any application in your corporate network that is published. When we deployed remote access services, one of the services that we clicked on was Web Application Proxy. I want us to take a look at that service. On the Select Role Services page, we selected Web Application Proxy, and we saw that Web Application Proxy enables us to publish applications on a web server. And these applications can be accessed by clients outside of the corporate network using their own personal mobile devices. We also talked about in this session that we need to use Active Directory Federation services to ensure that the users are authenticated before they can access the published applications. Active Directory Federation services provides the security that these unmanaged client computers need. Web Application Proxy has another feature which we refer to as the pass-through feature. And by pass-through, we mean that there is no pre-authentication performed by Web Application Proxy. All requests are forwarded to a backend server. The following steps are used when publishing an application using the pass-through pre-authentication method. First, the client device tries to access the website application using a particular website address. This address is a public address on which the Web Application Proxy listens for incoming requests. When the request is received, the web application proxy forwards that request directly to the backend server. If required by the backend server, the user authenticates directly to the backend server. Only then will the client be able to have access to the published web application if the user authenticates. Here we have the configuration for pre-authentication method, and you have either the Active Directory Federation services, or you have the pass-through method where no pre-authentication is performed by web application proxy. All requests are forwarded to the back-end server. Remember that web application proxy must always be deployed with Active Directory Federation services, and this enables the administrator to leverage the features of Active Directory Federation services such as a single sign-on, which enables the user to enter their credentials one time. And on subsequent occasions, they will not be required to enter their credentials. And that is known as single sign-on, and it is supported by web application proxy for backend servers. This is the end of our session on web application proxy, and I want to thank you for listening.